file cabinet stands steady as ever. Sliding out, a drawer presents you. The drawer slide.
The unpromising raised pupil returns. I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Interesting.
Loman, you caught me at an opportune moment. The awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's the lady driver?
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will. Lomonosov's Land, Udachnaya Zemlya, Western Plain, the Transcatolia Magistral, U418, Autostradas do Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly. You're right, Loman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say? Diamonds? Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo. If you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Then it's contraband, lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Did you just call me a lady, Jerife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I'm not that either, Jerife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul. I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to? Oh, Sim.
Something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state. She twitches like a sleep kick.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to on the Western Plain.
The boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. The woman sways her wrinkled shell back and forth, astray.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Can I help you?
Fuck does Cuno care?
It's not Cuno. It's Cuno-S. Cuno is by far the worst of the two. Cuno has no problem being near you, while the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Cuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Cuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. Also, Cuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. He only hisses and says murder was all in all. Cuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
What you whispering about?
If Cuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Cuno look bad in this.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Cuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Cuno not tell you? Cuno told you. Cuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Cuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her so she can't read his lips.
Cuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Killing is serious shit. Cuno's always serious about the
488. The criminal code doesn't go higher than 190.
She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Forget Cuno said that. Cuno was just shitting. Cuno was just running his mouth. Cuno's stupid like that.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes. Cuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies.
Cuno, that's it. That's what Cuno was starting to think, yeah. Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Cuno wasn't around, and C was with Cuno. Look, Cuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho, cat burning shit. She does the real deal. Yeah, let's. Fuck knows. Says it's the song of air people or some shit. Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Sounds boreal, like something from the tundra and tiger-covered cutler, Isola. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really. You mean evil little red-haired people like her? Yes, they do. The Suruese have that ginger gene. Sure, Interesting things aren't important. Only your cop thing is.
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit. Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Cuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark. Yeah, that's the place. Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out. I dunno. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under a pile of clothes, like a dog. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Cuno, Cuno S, two of a kind.
She fucking looks like Kuno. No one knows her name. Kuno told you this shit was Psycho Killer. How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you. Fucking Kuno's got this shit under control. No, it's not okay. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to...
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand? Alright, now we can do business. Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Don't hook him up with shit!
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. And shit, you can even fuck back in Kuno's kingdom. Kuno saw you sniff around that fucking pile of Etonite. It's a secret door, okay? Just pull it off and fuck back in there. Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it. Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed. Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
Like half. A baggie, but like in this vial.
That's half a gram. So
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not? Okay, Kuno's listening. Yeah, confiscate it for Kuno, and you can have half.
So half of a half is a quarter, right? We're probably talking about a quarter-gram here.
Just get in the apartment building. Cuno knows you already fucked your way in. Cuno knows everything. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Cuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads. That's it. Next time Cuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here? Okay then.
Yeah? The kingdom of Cuno? The fuck do you want with it? The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Cuno sees where this is going. Cuno's got that fast brain. You saying you picked it after the mug fucker? 'Cause he's the clothes fucker?
Can't hear you, Cuno. Speak louder, Cuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. Cuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't
Tell the Cuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two and two to...
Stop turning into a pig, Cuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Cuno doesn't like... Yeah, whatever. Cuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? Cuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Cuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Cuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Cuno threw that shit away. Cuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Cuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Cuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Cuno. Cuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates. Yeah, cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Cuno's armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Cuno feed you this information?
Yeah, Cuno's doing charity today. Cuno Day. Cuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Cuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
Cuno's fuck gimp. Cuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Cuno knows all kinds of shit. Cuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Cuno sing into the popo phone. What are you talking about? What is this
He says you're stupid, Cuno. They want to make you stupid again.
The buck-toothed gremlin lets go of his head. Looks like the attack has passed.
Probably climbed. Cuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Cuno? Cuno wasn't even in Martinez. Cuno wasn't in Revachol. Cuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Cuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
Thanks, Cuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
You're testing
Get lost,
Cuno doesn't fuck.
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read. It is. I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
What with?
This citizen thinks she can do without your assistance. Don't buy it. They all need help.
My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now? Out.
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time. No. Of course he's not. It's not like he's a pocketful.
She has though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
What?
She tries to concentrate on books, but her eyes are full. Okay, maybe it's something else then.
No, absolutely not.
She gives you a short nod and shifts her attention back to books. The woman before...
trying to sneak up on me again! Trying to snuff me out! Get away!
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
No response.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
No response. A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. This is not something you should be attempting to do with your bare hands. You're just go.
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Yes, well, I hope they're good people.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
The waiters are at the end of this hallway, right next to the communal bathroom.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't, but he is missing? You heard her, the worry in her voice. Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an not honorable recruit, not honorable at... The woman before...
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes, and the phone company is taking it. It's not strange. Who told you that? Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill. Yes? Can I help you? You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked. Another thing. Great. I love... Yes?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there. Uh-huh. A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. But it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? A warehouse?
She looks up from under.
Fine. But it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice.
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Silence. No one answers your call. All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't. This button looks new, but someone has removed the...
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Only an echo.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Hello again, sir. Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed. I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like and it's kind of like a puzzle too. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Head, yes.
No, it's your soul. Not head, child. Heads.
Isn't that very unlike you, sir? Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir.
Fuck does Cuno care? Cuno doesn't.
The pile of Eternite looks stranger now that Cuno told you about his pad. Because, unless Cuno lied, you should just be able to pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
So this is the shack Cuno mentioned. Let's take a look inside there.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right, the hardy boys in the mess hall of Welling in Rags. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick, Titus Hardy. Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43. 4. Standard work boot. 5. Another standard work boot. 6. Light as air. 7. The glowing outline of 8. Another standard work boot.
7 sets of tracks, right? That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing.
Note to self. This would be a good question. A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this.
$200. This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similar...
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the carrier wanted to impress his peers, demonstrate his physical might.
You mean a display of athletic ability meant to belittle the victim? The local champion carrying the intruder alone? I'm guessing that's the skinny hardy boy. The one with... Yes, well, he did look a bit like a rat. You're right. Do you think those prints belong to him? I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not. Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dog...
The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance to clear up the...
Perhaps it could be a driver. Driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south toward the traffic jam.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last one.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here, and...
So far, so good. Only one thing missing.
Of course, there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardy Boys.
Which one is missing, do you think? I'm going to say it was our Old Soul. Yes, I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best if we just keep our eyes open. I'm sure our investigation will eventually lead us to the Haute Soul.
An old call box with
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? The little boy had the good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words. Not my...
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's...
A mesquite epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
Why not? Must be nice being something else for a change. The rest of us are just folks.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Horse need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the unit.
Vodka burst! I love it!
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg. The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. Behind the dockworkers, a seat, nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in... There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love... Yes, and the phone company has taken... It's not strange. Who told you that? Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with... If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill. Oh, yes, that door, sure. Yes. What else? Yes.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second. Sylvie Malaika on the line. Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
You hear...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering... beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look over.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
There, working class drunk. This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossil.
Probably some kids.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word, that's Cuno, on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water, you know this to be the star of The church looks old and weather-worn. This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says, why place a tourist? Your money disappears, the curtains on the display open. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft, its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
The little brave birch tree. Whoa, what have we here? A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
True. They never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Revachol looks better, though. The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all. It's nothing to worry about.
Wow, so someone's been a little... This door has been closed with a padlock. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. No reply. A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges. Secured to the doorframe with a safety chain, an unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
No response. No response.